The 4th of July weekend starts tomorrow, but maybe some are trying to get a jump start today, right? Families, they're heading to the beach to celebrate, but storms and powerful ocean currents, they could turn a happy holiday into a dangerous one. Last weekend, 12 people were confirmed rescued in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, with even more calls elsewhere along the coast. But don't worry, we've got you covered when it comes to best practices on how to stay safe at the beach. Joining us now is Seaside Heights Fire Department Assistant Chief Tim Farrell. Tim, thanks for being with us here today. I'm sure you've got a very busy weekend ahead of you with many Jersey folks headed on down to Seaside. So what's the most common threat that swimmers encounter along the Jersey Shore? I'm a Jersey Shore girl myself, by the way.
Good to see you, Jane. Thanks for having us. We just want to get that word out this weekend with a lot of people coming into the Jersey Shore beaches. But one of the major things that we've been seeing is people swimming without protected beaches, meaning lifeguards are off duty at 5, 6 o'clock at night, or people coming in very early in the morning to enjoy the ocean. We want people to enjoy our waters, but certainly they have to swim at guarded beaches. It's a deadly combination of when they bring their children or kids and they don't know how to swim, and then the adults come in and they don't know how to swim. It's just a bad combination, and we want to spread the word to swim only when there's lifeguards on duty. It comes down to common sense, and unfortunately, we have to keep spreading this word out there.
No, I agree. Swim between the flags, right? That's what I was always taught growing up. So
Absolutely.
walk us through the process. When your lifeguards find a stranded swimmer, or the lifeguards do on your team, how do you all get involved with getting them out of there safely, and just the process that happens thereafter?
Yeah, we get the call for swimmer in distress in a location. We rapidly deploy trucks with jet skis and boats on it. By the time we get there, they're in a dire need to be rescued very urgently, very quickly. So we deploy a jet ski with an operator and a rescue swimmer on the back of the ski to get out there as quickly to retrieve that person in distress. So that the jet ski that we operate is a supercharger that really helps us get to the victim very fastly with state-of-the-art boards and equipment to bring them to safety.
Talk about how weather plays a role in your operations day to day, right? I mean, when we're talking about safety and people who may need to be rescued, I'm sure, there are a lot of things that factor into that, whether we're talking storms, but hopefully no one's in the water in the storms, but tides, all of the sort.
Yeah, Jane, you bring up a good point, because this last week we had beautiful sunny conditions. We did have a low pressure system off our coast, was pushed in later in the day, very, very big and strong currents. So what happens is people went to the beach early. They got there at 10 o'clock. By the afternoon, 4 or 5 o'clock, those conditions rapidly changed. So those water conditions that they were enjoying earlier changed. So you had difficult situations with the tide changes.
No, I think that's a great point. There are so many things that we don't always, you can't see it, right? But you experience it when you go throughout the time of the day, right? As that sea breeze kicks in and you see the wind shift, and how all of that can play a role in how dangerous the water becomes. If you can, Tim, talk more about just the tips that you have for beachgoers, for families, because one of the things, two things I have for you, because you have a very crowded beach, especially on such a gorgeous stretch of what we're going to see the next few days. How, like the lifeguards, making sure that people are being spotted. I'm sure that can be a little dangerous for parents. What are some of the tips that they can give to their children, or to think for themselves, to make sure everybody's safe?
Sure. At the fire department, we always give, twice a year, we go out to the local schools, and it starts at a young age. And we really want the kids to bring that back to the parents, to say, listen, when we go to the beach, we want to check in with the lifeguards. find out where the safe areas are. Swim, like you said, between the green flags. Ask them what the tide is doing. Everybody loves to go out on a low tide day. You could stand and walk out pretty far. But if you know that tide is changing, the tide's coming up, you'll have a better idea when you want to go in with your kids and yourself as well. We've had a lot of saves that we've had with people just don't know how to swim. They get out of the water and they just said, well, we didn't think the ocean was that strong today. And that could be deadly.
No, I think that's a really great point. I mean, even if you're going in knee deep, all it takes is someone to kind of sweep you out. So swim between the flags. It was something that was ingrained in me as a kid, and I'm hoping that we get that message out to this busy holiday weekend, and hopefully everybody is going to be safe, not only on the Jersey Shore, but all of our beaches. Tim Farrell, Seaside Heights Assistant Chief Fire Department, thank you for being with us today to talk more about beach safety.
Thanks, Jane. It was great talking to you today.